Welcome to Hadoken Debt Podcast, episode number 90. If you need to save some money on blades, then check out Dollar Shave Club. Been a member for a couple months now, probably like 6 months now, and they save me money, cheaper than going to Walmart and buying like a 12-pack of Mach 3 or whatever blades. So I just go to dollarshaveclub.com, pick my kind of blade that I like. I get some shaving cream. The shaving cream I didn't think I'd like, because I was like, $8 for this kind of shaving cream. But I tell you, I'm not going to go back to just the standard Barbasol. So it just makes my face feel all tingly and all that. And then they have aftershave that feels good, smells good too. So anyway, check them out, dollarshaveclub.com. In today's episode, me and Barrett, we're going to talk about stuff that we think that we'd be good at. So stuff that we would do for extra money or just for fun. So kind of, I guess it would be like considered a hobby episode, but you know, worst comes to worst, we could do these things and make extra money, side money. And then in our nerd talk, we defend movies that we really like despite the low ratings, or you know, despite friends hating and ragging on these movies. So that was pretty hilarious. So I just came back from the beach, so I'm feeling pretty rested, looking forward to the school year. So I'm going to try to be blogging more, and we're also now on YouTube. It's just the audio file for now, and I only have 3 episodes up. I'm just going to go from here on out. I'm not going to try to put the other ones, the previous 89 on YouTube, but check it out. It's youtube.com/HadokenDebt. So here we go, episode number 90. The one where we talk about stuff we'd be good at and defending movies. Start the music. Hadoken Debt Part 2, or Take 2.
Take 2.
Gosh.
Let's try this again.
Man.
It helps when the mics are plugged in.
Yeah. Good thing we only went like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
so
that's part of my way of wanting a new co-host. No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Don't plug his mic in?
Yeah.
Then you're going to go like piece sections together from YouTube videos or
Yeah.
something to create the other end of the conversation.
Somebody did a one of those like editing videos of Hillary's of all of her speeches, and it was like pretty much like, you know, like, I'm here for the power and wealth. That's what matters. It was so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the other. I saw it on Facebook last night, so I don't know if it was recent. I think it was since Colbert's been hosting the new show. Mm-hmm. But he did a Donald Trump versus Donald Trump debate. Did you see that?
And it was like he canceled each other out.
Yeah, it's like something he said 5 years ago, canceled out something he said this past year when he's running.
The people of Indiana are the worst. Yeah. I love Indiana.
Yeah. It was like, it's hard to like Ted Cruz, and then the other one he's like, no, I really like him. He's a great guy. Really get to know him.
Yeah. Jeez.
Talking about Hillary Clinton now that he's the GOP candidate, and from like 7 years ago when he was like donating to her campaigns and stuff like that. We go way back. We're good friends.
Yeah. Sure you do. So anyway, that was the political portion of our show.
That's enough for today.
Yeah, that's enough for the week for me. I'm done. But so you're tired, you said earlier.
Tired on the first take. Mm-hmm. So up till 3:00 on Friday night, getting in a game of War Machine. Mm-hmm. So it's been 5 years since we played it, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I got beat badly.
Did you?
Yeah. Phil is playing the same army that he played way back then. I took this chance of the refresh of the rules to get a whole new army. Yeah. So it's new rules, new army, and it's just like 6 years of not playing and stuff. So no idea how it works. Had to completely relearn the whole thing, basically.
Yeah.
So I'll get it back, though.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, you just got to get back into it.
Ready for a rematch. It was a lot of fun, though. I mean, it's the past week since getting the stuff and assembling it and reliving the dream.
Reliving the dream.
Mm-hmm. It was a good time of my life. It was after Anna, before Christian, that we were playing. There was like a 3-month period with Phil where we played a game a week.
Dang.
Yeah.
How long do games typically last?
Once you get used to it, they can last like an hour and a half.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But if you're going slow, and we played the smallest because there's different point levels for your armies. We played one of the smallest possible, and it took us about 2 hours to play.
Jeez.
So,
okay.
Yeah, and then I played a game with Ryan because he's got an army from back then also.
Okay.
So we started that one at 1. So
yeah, I'll have to get some stuff off eBay.
Yeah, I've got a second army. Ryan's got a second army.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got, between the 3 of us, we've got 5 armies.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have some people over and teach you guys how to play.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
It's expensive, though.
Is it?
That's the part I don't miss.
Yeah. At least, though, with it being expensive, it kind of forces you to find people who are serious about playing, usually, you know?
That was the problem 5 years ago when I was playing, was there was nobody really local who played except Phil. And Phil, I had a second kid. Phil bought a house, and like all of our time was gone. So we just stopped playing.
Yep.
Ryan wasn't really playing back then anymore. He'd already dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought 2 armies, so hopefully I can teach my kids how to play. I tried last Saturday. It was too complicated for Christian. He lost interest really quickly, and I had to go really slow with Anna.
Right.
Dumb down like everything in it. So but we'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I was up last night till like midnight watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, how far did you get in that?
I'm on episode 7 out of 8.
Almost done.
I started yesterday afternoon, and
it's that good, huh?
Yes. Just pretend. I won't give anything away, but just pretend it's Goonies and E.T. Put together. That's pretty much
my understanding of it is that it's a missing child story in the 80s.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's just strange things that happen, and you're just like, what? And Winona Ryder, she's excellent.
Yeah.
Acting. Yeah. Cool. But it's cool because you can see like the 80s props they put in. Like one of the girls opened her locker and there's like a trapper keeper in there, like a Rubik's Cube
8
and
track tapes.
Yeah. And
speaking of the 80s, I saw a headline that says that they have produced the last VHS player has rolled off the line in manufacturing plant.
It took them this long, though? Oh
that was my
gosh.
thought. I'm like, VHS, that's like, I stopped buying those like 20 years ago. And they're still making players for this. So there you go, folks. I'm sure there's plenty of inventory. If you go to Walmart or Target, they'll still have them.
Yeah, and somewhere out there, there's like a hipster that's like, nope, only VHS.
There's a used market for VHS players.
Oh my gosh. I remember the library would charge you like 50 cents if you didn't rewind the tape.
I remember that.
Okay.
We had a special rewinder that would just be a dedicated rewinder.
Oh, really?
Did you ever have one of those?
No, I just used the VCR.
It was so that you didn't have to waste the time on your VCR. You could start watching the next movie immediately.
Oh my gosh.
You'd pop it out, pop it in this little rewinder, and that's all it did is rewind. So, yep. Good times.
Yeah.
We had a couple of those at Hollywood Video when I worked there. So we'd have to check all the VHS tapes when they'd come in. Make sure that they got rewound.
Oh, I forgot. I got something for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
Graphic novel by Paul Dini. He's the guy who wrote for... Basically, he made Batman the Animated Series what it is, and that's his life story through graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he...
So it's not a Batman comic, it's...
No.
Oh, cool.
But one of the things, and this is already common knowledge if you know anything about him, but he got mugged and severely beaten one night when he was walking home. So this is his story about how even Batman helped him, like the philosophy of Batman. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you already have a copy of it? You read it somewhere?
Well, I heard about it on a podcast, and I just picked up that one and haven't read my copy yet. So
sweet. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Going to see Batman tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke.
Yeah.
10 p.m. Speaking of not getting enough sleep.
I couldn't do that. I just can't.
I'm like, I've got the gym this afternoon. I've got that at 10. I'm like, I've got to take a nap at some point today.
You know it's coming out on Amazon Video August 2nd, right?
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right.
So, well, what's today? We're recording in July, but this is coming out
24th.
This is coming out August 8th, so it's going to already be out.
Yeah, but I saw it in the theater.
July 25th. Yeah.
So,
oh well, whatever.
Big screen.
Yeah. You want to hear Mark Hamill's voice just
in surround sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still watching through Prison Break, though.
I couldn't get into that one.
Really?
No.
Like how hard did you try?
I didn't even try. I had no interest.
Yeah, well, I like the actors from Legends of Tomorrow, because Wentworth Miller and the other guy, his brother in Prison Break, are both Captain Cold and Heatwave or something in the DC universe. So they're in Legends of Tomorrow, and so... And I liked the idea of Prison Break back when it was on, but like I said, it was too hard to jump into the middle of a show back then.
Yeah.
So I'm like halfway through the second season, and there's still 2 more seasons to go. So should be interesting to see what they do with 2 more whole seasons, because they've been out of prison all of the second season. So.
Well, I thought that would have been the point of the show, like the series finale. Like, they finally
the finale of the first season.
The first season? Oh, wow.
But then there's like this whole other subplot thing that is why he ended up in prison in the first place. So
is it told through flashbacks or just...
No, they're trying to figure it out. So it deals with a senator who's running for president, and the guy who, what's his name? The main guy killed was the brother of the senator. And so it turns out they're like, he keeps claiming that he's innocent, so they're like saying that he was framed, and now that senator is now the president of the United States, and so they're trying to figure out like how deep the rabbit hole goes on this conspiracy theory thing. So.
When he breaks out of prison, does he meet Morgan Freeman?
No.
Oh wait, that's a different movie.
It was like
their story.
When they were digging the tunnel through the house or through their prison cell, I'm like, they need a movie poster to put over the hole. Fuzzy Britches. That's a great movie, though.
It is. I remember in Naked Gun, they did a spoof on that.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how in the Shawshank Redemption, he put the dirt in his shoes, and then when he was playing baseball.
Walk around and...
Yeah. Well, Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun, like, he would do that, but then by the end of the week, there'd be a big pitcher's mound, like high as a house.
I remember that one. You just walk in the same spot every time. They were doing that in Prison Break too, like carrying the dirt out in the yard and dumping it and stuff. But they weren't doing it through their pant leg. They were like carrying it in their hands. I'm like, guys, you gotta do it through the pant leg.
I know. Yeah. Come on now.
And it's funny because in Shawshank Redemption, the warden allowed himself to get too close to the prisoner, and that's how, made it easier to escape.
Yeah.
And in Prison Break, the warden allows himself to get too close to Wentworth Miller's character. And it's like, oh, come on. I mean, how many movies are there?
Yeah.
And it reminded me, there's the Robert Redford movie. Did you ever see The Last Castle?
Sounds familiar, but no, I didn't.
It was a military prison in that one. It was James Gandolfini was the warden, and Robert Redford. Did he really die?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Robert Redford went to prison. He was like a brigadier or major general or something like that, and went to prison.
Wow.
But he got close to the warden and then ended up taking over The Last Castle. He took over the prison.
Oh, wow. Like the Kingpin kind of takes over the whole...
Like, actually took it over, though. Like, not just ran it from the prison cell.
Right.
But, like, got a hold of the weapons.
Wow.
Took over the prison, the guard towers and everything. And they, it's a great movie.
Oh, okay. High Castle?
The
Last Castle. Okay.
Came out in like 2002 or something like that.
Okay.
But they basically were trying to protest this abusive warden, and they knew that if they could take over his prison, he'd get fired. Yeah. And I think he actually ended up in prison at the end of it.
Oh, wow. Tables turned.
All they needed to do was take it over and show that it was in distress and that he couldn't handle the prison. And they did that.
Wow.
So, yeah, fantastic movie. Huh. But in that one, again, the warden gets too close. I'm like, how many movies do they have to be where the warden gets too close to the prison?
That's the loophole or whatever.
It's a total prison trope at this point. Yeah. And I'm like, I wonder if that ever actually happens in real life.
I know.
So, I don't know how we got on that.
I know. Just talking about Prison Break, I guess.
And not enough sleep and binge watching TV shows. Mm-hmm. And
so yeah. I'm trying to think what's going on with me. No, I'm going on vacation. Well, at the time of this recording, I'm going on vacation next week, so I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
How you doing that? You're just closing down the daycare for a week?
Yeah. We already told them last month, so they know.
So where are you going?
Outer Banks, a place called Duck in Outer Banks. Mm-hmm. So never been there before.
Parents or anything, or just you guys?
The whole family, in-laws.
All Janie's side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Sweet.
Yep, looking forward to it. Always something every year, something nice to look forward to.
We're actually going to Virginia Beach next week for 2 nights. This was last minute kind of thing.
Yeah, just because, or
one of Sarah's uncles has a house there, and he lives in Triangle, Virginia, so he's close to it. But then her other uncle is coming up. Him and his wife are coming up from Texas for the week, so we're going to drive out there, spend 2 nights in Virginia Beach, and hang out with family.
Nice.
So.
It's not too far away. It's like 3.5 hours.
It's like 4 hours.
Yeah, this year we're actually splitting the trip up because we're leaving on Saturday, staying in Virginia Beach at a hotel near Janie's grandparents get together because they're selling their house and they want one last get together, and then Sunday we'll drive the rest of the 4 hours. Mm-hmm. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Never been to the Outer Banks.
No.
No.
It's pretty good.
I know it's the go-to place around here.
It is.
So.
But this year I want to try to see if they have like rock climbing. I want to do that with the kids.
Just indoor rock climbing or like on the cliffs?
No, like the fake rock climbing with the colorful steps or whatever.
You should take them over to the Capitol Clubhouse.
Yeah, I saw that. I just never
thought to go over.
Yeah, I just never did. Yeah.
The Capitol Clubhouse barely exists.
I know. They had like roller hockey, and I was so excited but then nobody shows up for pickup hockey, so I'm like,
So I figured you would have been all over the Capitol Clubhouse.
I was.
With your hockey love.
Yeah, but nobody around here that I know does it, so unless I want to hang out with like 7, 8 year olds.
There you go. Be a ref.
Yeah, that's no fun. So, you want to get into this week's topic?
Yeah.
What's something...
Speaking of being a ref.
Yeah, I know. The topic this week is, what's something you think you'd be good at? Either to make extra money or just for fun. Mm-hmm. I think I'd be a really good landscaper.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm good at copying things, so all I would do was go on Pinterest or whatever and just look at what other people do and just do that. So I think I'd be really good. And I'm outside, and I think they make good money in the summertime and springtime.
Yeah. So. I think the biggest challenge with landscaping would probably be finding good help.
Right, yeah.
Can stick around, that's not seasonal, that shows up when they're supposed to.
Yeah.
That follows orders and does a good job.
Right.
So if you can do that, I've always thought that'd be a fun job.
Yeah.
Not so much the planting.
Nah, see, I can spread mulch like the best of them and cut grass, but...
Not landscape architecting then, landscape maintenance.
Yeah.
Lawn maintenance and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could build a fire pit for somebody too. I know how to do that. I built ours.
Yeah.
So
surprisingly, given my hatred of mowing my own lawn, running a land maintenance business has always been one of those things.
So
for me.
Other people would do it for you?
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. And then I would just be like, hey, we got one more house to hit, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't this your house? Hey, shut up.
Yeah. Yep, you're on the clock. Get going.
Oh. Cool.
Yep. And my other one, I have 3, but one more. Another one is being a server. I think I'd be a really good server. Like
catering server?
Like
restaurant server?
Restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So getting out from behind the counter at Taco Bell and going out and handing out hot sauces directly to people.
Yep.
Can I refresh your beverage?
Yeah. My mom's trick, though, because she's been a waitress for like 40 years. Oh, I'm sorry. Server. You're not allowed to say waiter or waitress.
Really?
Yeah, because it's PC now, like flight
stewardess.
Flight attendant, not. She said.
I didn't know waitress was not PC.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Apparently, she said that one of the best tricks, not trick, but things that you do to make your customer happy is you don't ask them if they want more water. If you see their glass empty, you just fill it. Because they're always going to be like, yeah, sure, or no. But you just do it.
And you interrupt their conversation and stuff like that. So.
But my mom, I think she could overdo it. Like, took one sip. I'm like, I'm trying to eat here.
That's always one of the... I drink a ton of water when I go to restaurants. I go through like 9 or 10 glasses in a meal. Yeah. And I hate it when I have to ask, can I get some water?
Yeah. That's
one of the things that bugs me.
Well, I hate. Well, now we're getting into the things we hate about servers, but I hate when you just see them 2 times. No, 3 times. When you get there, they give you your food and then the check. They never come to fill your water at all. I hate that.
I don't want them to like you said, fill it every time I take a sip.
Yeah.
But I have at some restaurants I've asked, can I just get a pitcher of water?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can refill my own cup because you're not coming fast enough. Or it really stinks when I pay for the drink when it's like sweet tea or something like that, and they only bring me one,
and it's like unlimited or something.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I paid $3 for this and nobody's coming back. I think that's how they do it.
Yeah, that's why they can say unlimited drinks, because they'll just give you one and never come back.
Yep. The bottomless refills at Red Robin with freckled lemonade that they have, or speckled lemonade, whatever it's called, and then it's like, you order another one and it has to go to the bar, and then 20 minutes later it comes out.
And the fries too, you have to ask. They don't. Well, I think that was always the same, but
when I'm at Red Robin now, I will ask for my second order of fries when they bring out my burger.
Yes. That's a good idea, actually.
Because I know I'm going to get through the 12 fries that they brought me pretty quickly. So. Nice.
What about you? What do you think you'd be good at?
Speaking of the game that I'm back into now, I always have enjoyed building terrain for the game. So the game, for those who've never seen it or heard of it, is played on a tabletop. It usually played in a 4x4 space. And then you use terrain and stuff on the board also to make the game more complicated. And some models have rules how they interact with terrain, and there's overall general rules how terrain works and everything. But it really makes a game more interesting than just playing on a flat tabletop where you run towards each other and fight.
Right, yeah.
So you've got hills that you can use for aiming advantages. You've got forests that get in the way. You've got walls. You can actually slam the other player's characters into obstacles and walls and stuff, and they get damage from that. There used to be rules where you can throw them off from a certain height and they fall and they get fall damage and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so... One of our friends was like, we were showing that we were demoing this to Phil's sister, and she's like, so do the models actually, do you ram them together or something? Or when you say you hit them with a sword, do you actually, hit the model with the sword? And we're like, no. It's all in your imagination.
The rule says that
There's
is what happens.
rules interactions. And she's like, or do they, fight on your phone and you get to watch them? And I'm like, no, that's nothing. No. It's not that cheesy.
That would be pretty cool, but then you could just play a video game if that's what it's going to do.
Then you just play a game.
Yeah.
But terrain's always been something that's interested me. I actually, I got into my first tabletop war game in the 90s think it was 94 or 95, so it was probably like 10 or 11 years old. Walked into a comic book store and discovered Warhammer 40K and bought some models and got into it back then. So not only my house currently has been filled with terrain building stuff, but my parents' house was always filled with a lot of terrain building stuff. So that's always been the side I've gravitated towards.
Where do you get this stuff? Like Michael's or AC Moore?
For terrain building?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to AC Moore, Michael's, Lowe's. Online, there's tons of stuff you can find.
That's awesome.
I bought a 4x8 sheet of foam from Lowe's, and I've been cutting that up for hills and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Since then. So I'll show you some stuff when we're done. That doesn't really help once we have the video podcast.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We can show that stuff. But it's just fun. And you can go get sticks outside, turn them into trees. I've used moss in the past to make bushes and stuff. So I got a big, back home, back in California with the first version, I got this like styrofoam packing crate thing. That, I don't know if a computer monitor came in or something, but you flip it upside down and it looked like a castle.
Oh, wow. And
so I turned it into like an armament. I had like toothpicks sticking out of it for the spikes, and then you can make razor wire out of regular wire and stuff. So
how do you make that equal? Like for the terrain, the person who builds it, does it just
get the advantage?
Yeah.
So you set up the terrain. You can both set up the terrain. You can roll to say what goes where. There's different ways you can do it. If you're playing a friendly game, it doesn't usually become that one-sided. But then the person who sets up the terrain, usually the other person can choose what side they want to go on.
Oh, okay.
Or what you do to start the game is you roll, and the highest roll gets to choose to either go first or set up first. And so they get to pick which one they want. So if you give the other person the advantage of going first, you get to set up first, but they get to set up second.
Wow.
And so they can see what you've done to set up and then set up opposite of it and stuff. So there are a few different ways to get around it, but typically we try to not make a table so one-sided. But then there are other ways you can do, like, this is the defending side, this is the attacking side, and you might like say the attacking side gets so many extra points for an attacking force kind of a thing. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So terrain building. Yeah, it sounds fun and creative. You can just kind of make it how you want, you know.
Yeah, tons of fun. Yeah. Shipping terrain is not fun. That's the part I've never liked.
Yeah.
And then you always compete with people who are just like, well, I'll just make it myself. But as the gaming age gets older, there are a lot less people that have the time.
Right.
Like right now, I'm like, I can't believe how much time I used to spend on this. 10 to 12 hours painting one figure.
Yeah.
The thought of buying a fully painted army is starting to appeal to me.
Yeah.
So I've never been interested in painting the figures though. Yeah. It's too small.
Yeah.
I like terrain because I have something to compare it to. I know what terrain looks like.
Right.
So I'll sponsor my painted army by building terrain for other people.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm. You got a third one?
This is kind of more outdoorsy, but I think I could be good at like pressure washing, like decks and pressure washing siding. Sounds. I did it on my house, my deck and my siding, and I think the reason why I'd feel good about this is because you can see a clear before and after picture, and people are like, wow, it's so clean. So you can't really mess up power washing unless you like break a window or something.
Yeah. Or spray shingles and they start flying off the roof.
Like whoops. Yeah. But that's all I got.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had my house pressure washed.
No.
Well, I say I don't think I have. I know I have. I've never pressure washed my house. So I need to do that.
Yeah.
Paint foundation too.
Paint the foundation?
Need to repaint my shed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is depressing.
I didn't even notice it last time I was here.
Really?
I mean, the paint. I just...
God, it's so brown.
Oh.
It's like, should be white.
Oh.
But it's like, yeah.
It's part of nature. It's brown.
Mm-hmm.
So
camouflage. Sure.
Yeah. Nobody would think to try to steal anything out of it. It's just part of the background.
Mm-hmm. Something else I'd be good at. I would love to be a guide. Would be really fun, like a outdoor guide, camping guide, or whitewater rafting guide, or something like that. Would be tons of fun.
Yeah.
So just something where you're paid to be outside, snowboarding teacher or something like that. Something where you're paid to do something that you love.
Yeah.
And teach other people how to do it and enjoy it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Would be cool. I got a little experience of this in Boy Scouts. I got to teach the Wilderness Survival Merit Badge.
Nice.
Was it one summer camp or 2 summer camps? I think it was just one. And that was a lot of fun because I had a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds that I got to torture.
Yeah.
So, eat that bug.
Yeah.
Because survival.
Yeah. So. This is all you could have, out here. Speaking of Boy Scouts, I remember I did the wasn't there a merit badge for fire or something?
There is it's called a CHIT. CHIT, Fireman's CHIT.
Yes, that's what it was. And I had to start a fire 3 different ways or something. And I actually did the magnifying glass thing, and it worked. Nice. And I started a fire with it. I was like, wow, this is cool.
I have created fire with the help of this with the help of this lens.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the Toten Chit.
Yep,
which
that was knives.
Allows you to have a knife and carry around an axe, stuff like that. And then the Fireman's Chit.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I got the first aid one. I remember. I didn't get very many.
How long were you in Boy Scouts?
Well, I started in Cub Scouts from 1st grade to 5th grade is Cub Scout, and then
5th and 10th, 10 years old.
And then I think I went to 11th grade Boy Scouts.
Oh wow!
But I didn't go very high. I was only first class. I was almost star class.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you get Eagle? Oh wow. My mom, Boy Scouts was just another free babysitting for my mom. That's what it was, because she wasn't going to help me with environmental science or whatever.
Yeah, it was hard if you didn't. What was ours? If you don't have a lot of merit badge instructors in your troop, we knew troops that would get 2 merit badges a year or something like that. They'd go away to summer camp, and that was where they would get the majority of their merit badges because nobody was teaching stuff.
Right.
We'd try. I mean, ours had tons of merit badges, though. We had one guy, I think, who set out to get every single. He's got to catch them all.
Completionist.
Completionist. He tried to get every single merit badge. I couldn't remember. I think it was 40 or something you needed to have to get Eagle. I think I had 60 something.
Oh, wow.
So, but there's 140 or more, something like that. So
I sold my sash.
Your sash?
For $30 on eBay.
Somebody bought it for $30?
I'm like, dang.
I actually still have my uniform. I don't think it fits.
Towards the end, I just stopped wearing my uniform. I was like,
You just went.
I just went in jeans and t-shirt. I didn't care.
Nice.
I just lost interest.
There were some troops that would go to camp that had the full uniform, not just the shirt.
Yeah, the handkerchief.
Well, no, we always required you have a shirt and the neckerchief and the clasp thingy or the slide.
Yeah.
But there were some that, because you buy the catalogs you get the catalogs and they had the socks and the belt and the trousers and BSA emblazoned shoes that you could wear and stuff. And there'd be guys going to camp and stuff wearing the full on uniform. A bunch of dorks.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but I thought of The Simpsons. They went on a camping trip with Ned and Homer, and then it was they made it to be a video game kind of they were like, oh no, there's the Scoutmaster, and he was the boss, and the Scoutmaster was like, don't be afraid to use your nails, boys. He's this flamboyant guy. I don't know why I thought of that.
I guess add that to my list. It's not for fun, or it's not for money, but
Yeah.
I want to be an assistant Scoutmaster.
Really?
When Christian's in Boy Scouts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have Caleb in Boy Scouts. I don't know.
Might be a good time for you to reconnect.
Yeah, that's true.
Do all
reconnect? What do you not think I'm connected now?
Not with your son, but like reconnect with Boy Scouts.
Oh, okay.
And the love of the outdoors.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do Cub Scouts with them because Cub Scouts always tended to be more mom involved than dad involved.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do with Anna because I don't really care if she's
Brownies.
in Girl Scouts.
Yeah. That's...
Never really cared about that one.
Yeah.
But I liked Explorers. I don't know if they ever did that around here, but Explorers was for older kids. I think you had to be 15 to join Explorers, and it was for boys and girls could be in it.
Okay.
And it was a wing of Boy Scouts, but it wasn't Boy Scouts. It was usually centered around something like they'd do Sheriff's Office Explorers or something like that. And it'd be a group of kids that, want to work with the sheriff's deputies and become cops someday, kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
So kind of like an ROTC type program through Boy Scouts. So,
yeah.
Where they do sports explorers and they only do like varsity style sports and stuff like that. So,
looking back though, I look at all the adult volunteers. I'm like, man, you guys really sacrifice a lot of time and weekends. Like I didn't understand at the time, because they were like every Thursday night, every
once
weekend,
a week as an adult with a job, a weeknight, no less. So, and then our troop was inactive when we tried to do one event a month. And, just for the past year, trying to get my kids camping one weekend a month, I'm like, man,
I know.
That's a big commitment just for 2 kids.
And I think
much less have 20 out there.
Yeah. And I think my mom was really mad because we had to pay like those monthly dues or something, like $15 a month or something.
Yeah.
Like now I'm just like, yeah, that's not that much. It's just part of what the club is or whatever. But
back then it was probably like 2 or 3 hours a month that she had to work just to get that.
Yeah.
So we didn't do dues that I remember. Maybe we did annual dues, maybe like $60 a year or something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But we did tons of fundraisers. So
we did too.
Car washes and Christmas tree sales. We didn't sell popcorn. Boy Scouts had popcorn. Who wants to buy popcorn?
We sold oranges outside of Lowe's and
walking down the median of the road.
No, we didn't.
Buy my oranges. Help me and my parents find a place to live tonight.
It is the middle of winter.
Oranges.
Yeah, it was.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, we were outside like Walmart and Lowe's. Selling oranges. Like, okay.
Because I didn't buy some while I was in Walmart.
I know. That's what. I think because we were in front of the Waldorf Walmart. That was before they had fruit and groceries. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So Boy Scouts. Yeah, I might think about that. Getting into Boy Scouts.
There's one troop that I've got my eye on. All the troops around here are tied to a church usually. Like a United Methodist church,
at the church
or Episcopalian church or something like that.
Yeah.
They're sponsored usually as a group of that church.
Yeah. So,
but the Moose Lodge in White Plains is the one I'd probably join with Christian. So the one I grew up with was a Lions Club sponsored.
Okay.
And then there weren't that many sponsored by churches in Northern California where I was going, unless you were a Mormon. And there were tons of LDS
That's right.
troops back there.
Yeah.
So
I remember there was a Muslim that it's fine. I don't care. He's just a Muslim, and he accidentally ate a hot dog on one trip, and he had to go do his ritual or whatever. But I mean, back then we were just kids, so we didn't care. It was just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
But,
cool.
Yeah. All right.
Anything else?
Nope. Just landscaping, server, and power washing. Yeah.
Anything that I know, because you think of this sometimes too. Anything that you do for fun that you don't ever want to do for money?
I think. Well, see, I have the idea when school starts in the fall to stream Hearthstone and get on Twitch and get donations and subs. I think I'm already stressed out now about playing the game when I lose. I think I would get stressed out when people are watching me and I lose, because then they'd be like, this guy sucks. We're not giving this guy any money.
What a rookie mistake.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it would make the game not fun for me if I tried to get money out of it. What about you?
Trying to think. I don't know if I would get stressed out doing something for money, as long as I didn't keep it like my main, main way of bringing in money. So that would probably stress me out. Like if I moved towards powerlifting full time and then had clients and stuff like that I was training, and it was like, man, if I don't have 25 clients now or something like that would stress me out, because I know how many I would need at a minimum to break even and stuff like that. So having the CPA job fund my tabletop wargaming hobby and my powerlifting hobby and my blogging hobby and podcasting hobby and stuff like that helps to relieve a lot of that stress. I don't know if I'd ever want to be a full-time podcaster for money.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to make some on the side, but to have a podcasting job that brings in $4,000 or $5,000 per host per month, I'm just like, how much do you have to sell out?
It's not selling out. It's just...
But just like, how many sponsor breaks would you have to take to do something like that? So same with powerlifting. It's like, to make $4,000 or $5,000 a month minimum for powerlifting, I'm like, I'd have to be using like discount codes every time I open my mouth. Be like, here, go buy this protein.
Muscle Milk 2016.
And I'd be like, do I actually like these products, or are they just sponsoring me? Like, I'm on a mission right now on my Instagram to get sponsored by Jerry's.
I know you are. We know this. Yeah.
I want to be the first sponsored powerlifter by Jerry's Subs and Pizza, and that I wouldn't mind as much, because
you eat it.
I wouldn't imagine a sponsorship would be anything more than like a free cheesesteak each week or something like that. I'd be more than happy with that. So $50 a month, you guys could buy me. My price isn't that high. But if it got to be like, you have to eat cheesesteaks 2 meals a day, well, I would love it, but I would hate to have to like post that every single time. Like, eat a cheesesteak.
You'd have like a podcast about powerlifting, but it would be when we do the video podcasting, you'd be like, we're going to talk about macros today, but first, you take a bite into it.
Let me hold up this cheesesteak for no reason while I talk about bench pressing.
Reminds me of Wayne's World. It was like, Garth, we will never sell out. This is our choice. And he holds up Pepsi, just like this Pepsi, Choice of America. Takes a sip.
Cool.
All right. So let's move into our nerd talk. What movie do you defend despite low ratings, or that all your friends or other people hate? It doesn't necessarily have to have low ratings, but just if you like it, but other people don't.
So like guilty pleasure movie.
Yes.
Or I hope nobody finds out I watched this. Yeah. Or I'm tired of having to defend this every time. Why can't everybody else see how great this is?
I liked the movie Limitless.
Oh, okay. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Take a pill and heightens all your senses.
Yeah, pretty much the basic.
What do you use 100% of your brain? Kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, basically the moral of the story was take drugs and you'll be president of the United States of America.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Drugs will sharpen you, who you are.
Yeah.
Make you 100%.
But a lot of my friends, they said that was a terrible movie. Just a terrible plot. I'm like, it was good.
I liked it. I remember liking it.
There's actually a show, too.
I was like, some people must have liked it. They made a show.
Yeah.
Funded by the drug companies.
Yep. It's subtle drug company advertisement.
I liked the female version of that, Lucy. Did you see that one?
I didn't see that one.
Scarlett Johansson.
That was good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that Lucy?
Yeah. It was...
I think that was... Lucy was not a robot, right?
No.
Lucy, I think they like smuggled drugs into a country or something, and it leaked while it was while they were smuggling it. Because I think they smuggled them in and like they got a surgical incision on their stomach or something and smuggled them in through that.
Oh wow!
But it leaked and like started getting into her system, and it was just like all of a sudden she started using 100% of her brain and everything like that.
Jeez.
Figuring everything out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good too.
Because what do we only use like 10% of our brain or something?
I mean, that's the
theory.
It's bro science, but that's what they say. We're not using our full capacity.
Yeah.
But our brain doesn't work that way. We use 100% of it. We just
of what we're supposed to use.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like there's whole areas of our brain that's like shut off.
Yeah. It unlocks mathematical equations and time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We use 100%. We just don't stretch it very often.
No.
We don't burn new neural pathways often enough.
No.
So.
I
liked. I got most of mine are superhero movies.
I knew it.
So
yeah.
I liked Iron Man 3.
I did too.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Iron Man 3 gets butchered a lot because of the Mandarin.
Yeah.
And how they screwed that up. But I watched through it a couple months ago, and I'm watching it. I'm like, this is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
I remember Honest Trailers butchered it because they're like, watch Tony Stark never put on the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Because he's like the least Iron Man of the Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
But I liked it because he was dealing with the depression that came from the events of the Avengers, getting blown up in outer space and falling to Earth. Probably does some damage to you.
Some mental damage, yeah.
He had whole new suits. The scene where they brought out like the 15 or 20 Iron Man suits at the last battle, that was amazing. I loved that part.
Yeah.
And even the Mandarin was highly intimidating up until they ruined him.
Yeah. So that wasn't, I mean, I saw the movie, but in the comics, that really is the Mandarin, that guy who looks like that.
There really was a guy named the Mandarin, and he was Tony Stark's, Iron Man's biggest nemesis.
Oh, okay.
But he just wasn't an actor and all that
crap
that they did there. So I would have loved in the end credits or something if they would have just showed that Ben Kingsley was pretending to be the guy pretending to be the Mandarin.
Oh.
And if they would have just flipped it just that little bit, like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, could have completely reversed all that. And even if they do an Iron Man 4 and they bring him back and it reveals that
he really
was messing with his head that entire time,
that would
have been perfect. So
they
didn't. Yeah. And they've confirmed that he really is the stupid English actor.
Yeah, fell asleep.
Tony Slattery or something like that. So Kevin.
Kevin.
I think his name Kevin or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah. Trevor Slattery.
You want to talk about typecast though? Guy Pearce always is the bad guy.
Yeah, always. I forgot how good he was as the bad guy in that one too, until he stopped being good. But that was pretty good too.
Yeah. I know that you have this one down. Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't write it down, but as I said before we started recording, as soon as I look at this thing, I forget all my movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely, I liked it.
Yeah.
Deadpool was dumb.
Yeah, that part was stupid.
But it had Gambit in it. It's the only time we've ever seen Gambit on the screen so far. Just all the superheroes that you see, like the Blob and the whole team, the mercenary team and everything like that. So.
That Honest trailer did that, and they were like, starring, and then it showed the Blob, Paula Deen.
But yeah, I mean, at the time, it was good. A good movie.
I thought that was a good story with his girlfriend, and every time she touched him, she could control him and stuff. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I loved his backstory, the romance and everything from that one.
Yeah.
The Wolverine Indian tale or something that they had going there.
And the Wolverine Through the Ages, he fought in like all the worst. That was awesome.
The opening scenes with him. And Liev Schreiber, the best Sabretooth that we've seen on the screen yet so far.
He's awesome.
So. Yep. And I liked the second Wolverine movie too. which
me
tends
too.
not to get. I mean, it's a little bit better, more popular because they didn't screw up Deadpool in that one. But the Silver Samurai storyline, the fighting in World War II, all that kind of stuff, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
Only thing I didn't like about Wolverine 2 was I don't like it when the good guy turns out to be be the bad guy at the end. I hate that. It's like, just...
So you don't like superhero movies, isn't it?
Pretty much, no.
Because that happens every time.
I know. They got in an argument 30 years ago, and now the bad guy wants revenge after all these years or something.
Yeah. I'll throw another one out there.
Yeah.
This one's widely hated. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I don't have that one on my list.
This one is widely detested because Tobey Maguire's dance scene that he had.
It's like...
Yeah, when he tried to be all slick and thought he was cool. Cause,
he didn't care about anything. Yeah.
That was really dumb. But a lot of people say that like there are too many bad guys and they screwed up Venom's character.
Yeah.
Topher Grace screwed up who that was and everything. But I really like that movie. For me, focusing on what's his name?
Sandman?
No, focusing on who's the actor?
James Franco?
Yeah, focusing on James Franco's character really makes that movie stand out to me because he's still conflicted about Spider-Man killing his dad, and he wants to hate him, but he still loves him as his best friend for his entire life and everything, and just him coming back, the redemption of the Green Goblin in Spider-Man 3 for me. So that was cool to see.
And you thought deep on that one.
Yeah, I had to reach. It was a stretch to find a good part of this movie. But then in the end, sacrificing himself to save Mary Jane and Peter and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And stop Venom was cool.
Yeah, it kind of had like a Frankenstein feel to it. Like the monster isn't really the monster. The monster was Victor Frankenstein, the doctor. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I have down Halloween 3.
Okay.
And
which one is that?
It's the only one in the Halloween movies that does not have Michael Myers in it. But it was a good movie. It was like this like really weird scientist guy who made you put on like a helmet and you watch something through the TV and he would take over the world. Very like Pinky in the Brain kind of, but it was a good story, without Michael Myers. I thought it was excellent. I put down Matrix Revolution. That's
the rest of the trilogy, right?
Yeah, the third one.
The third one.
Yeah. I like the action and just the realization that he had to let Miss Agent Smith, kill him or whatever. That was the answer.
Yeah, I'm on board with you on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, looking back at it, the trilogy was kind of drawn out. And, philosophically, you got all sorts of rabbit trails and stuff that went down.
Yeah, the architect.
But just the action scenes in the second and third Matrix.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? The second Matrix where they have the freeway scene with the two ghosts and everything like that.
Yeah, that was
and then the third one where they're basically flying and the entire world is populated by Agent Smiths and they're fighting in the rain again. And it wasn't the second one, the one where he fights all the Agent Smiths in the playground too?
Yeah.
I'm just like, the first movie was great and stood up on its own, but the second one, there's just so many iconic scenes from it that you would miss if you didn't watch them.
Because in Matrix Revolutions, I thought it was so cool. Neo got blinded or something, and he had put the bandages on, but he could still fight. It was awesome.
Because he was reading the code.
Yeah.
You see straight to the source code.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was drawn out and weird when she got with the architect and the keymaker and all that kind of stuff. And the whole thing of there have been 7 or 8 Neos before.
And they just reset it all. Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, you've seen the what is it? It's not like a conspiracy theory, but it's the theory that Agent Smith
is one.
Truly the one.
Huh.
That helps make the movies even more cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you on that. People that attack the Matrix, they're trying to go for an easy target.
Yeah. It's like...
yeah, we get it. Everybody hates the Matrix. Let's talk about what it did well.
Yeah, yeah.
And along with that, my last superhero one, I'm going to throw out Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man.
Okay.
In the 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Uh-huh.
So
you liked them?
I liked them. Yep. Especially the ending of the second one, killing off Gwen, Stacy. That was great.
I was like sad about that.
I knew that she died in the comics, and I guess if I was thinking well, I would have expected it in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just, I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, please get up.
I didn't mind the first one. The second one kind of, well, I lost interest. But then what really made me lose interest in the second one was the shocker. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Shocker. And it wasn't
Electro.
Was it?
Yeah. It's Electro. Yeah.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he was not. I like the Honest trailers talking about how they fight in dubstep.
Yes.
Because when he's controlling the power station, it basically sounds like dubstep. that was funny. But I thought he got rebooted too early. I wish he would have kept going.
Yeah.
Because they were setting up at the end of that one. They were setting up for the Sinister Six.
Yeah, because it was
like going to be a whole new thing going on.
Yeah, it had Paul Giamatti as the Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have been awesome. Because I would have wanted to see Chameleon, and the Scorpion. That's the other. Scorpion.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And they had the Vulture.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man, I always felt Spider-Man had the best group of bad guys in the world, in comic books, and they were getting so close to being able to use all those, and then they just said, we're going to reboot it. Again.
Yeah.
So I guess it's fine, because now he gets to go over to Marvel, but I would have been like, couldn't we have just rebooted it with Andrew Garfield?
I know.
But people in Marvel hated it so much that they're like, drop Andrew Garfield and we'll take it back.
Man, see, I think that's so unfair to Andrew Garfield, because he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he was just acting.
Yep. Yeah. And I didn't mind the confident portrayal of Peter Parker either, because I think in the comic books, once he became Spider-Man, he stopped being so nerdy.
Yeah.
And he became confident.
Yeah.
And, he was pretty cool later on in life. Married, Mary Jane, had a kid and stuff.
Yeah.
Funny and confident and stuff.
Yeah.
If I was Spider-Man, I'd take up skateboarding, because I'd be awesome at it.
I'd take up Ninja Warrior.
Oh, there you go. Make some extra money.
Yeah. I have down The Butterfly Effect.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that movie?
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
It's a good one.
But I got really low ratings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just thought it was just such an awesome concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at the end, he just, goes back to when they first meet and was like, stay away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing ever happened, but so he lost his love or whatever.
To save her.
To save her, yeah.
Nice.
What else do I have? I have The Cable Guy.
Really? People hated that movie?
Yeah. Because they thought it was like just a stupid Jim Carrey movie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I remember The Cable Guy being like the first dark Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah.
That there was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he was kind of like paranoid and stalking,
mm-hmm. It was like before he did like Me, Myself, and Irene and some of those other black comedy ones.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't just the flat out goofball comedy like that anybody could watch, like family could watch.
Yeah.
Kind of Ace Ventura stuff. It was like, this one's like, this is freaky.
Yeah.
He's messed up in the head.
He like took a picture of the other guy with a prostitute or something
mm-hmm.
and blackmailed him or something.
Yeah. Messed up.
Yep.
I got one along those lines. So I didn't realize people didn't like this movie, but Chris Farley's second movie, Black Sheep.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Where his brother is running for governor of Washington. I loved that one as a kid. I actually liked it more than Tommy Boy. But reading his biography this past spring and just finding out that everybody in his life hated that he did that movie and that he was kind of forced into that movie and that they wrote the script at the last minute and they basically just wanted to do the exact same thing that they did in Tommy Boy. Both that one and another favorite of mine, Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
That I loved him in as a kid. And for that one, Chris Farley purposely said, you know, I have to do this movie. There's nothing I can do to get out of it. So I'm specifically going to make it for kids. And just his close friends, his family, they're all like, we hated that that's what he got reduced to with Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy was such a success that people just wanted to say, be Tommy Boy again. And he never got to do like any of the more serious stuff that he wanted to do with his life. He was supposed to do a biopic on Fatty Arbuckle that would have been a very serious drama for him and completely taken his career in a different direction. But nobody wanted to see him. Like David Spade says in the book, he said all people ever wanted to see, basically from that first SNL skit when he did Chippendales with what was the dancer from Dirty Dancing? Patrick Swayze.
Oh, yeah.
He said basically from that moment on, all anybody ever wanted to see was what they called Fatty Falls Down. Chris Farley being an idiot and falling down on screen.
Right.
So.
Wow. Was that biography, is it autobiography?
No. It's written by his brother and a lot of close friends.
Oh, okay.
Remembering and stuff like that.
Okay. Because I have on hold at the library Almost Interesting by David Spade. So I didn't know. That's not that one, right? Okay.
No, this is called The Chris Farley Show.
Okay.
It's written by Tom Farley, I think.
Okay.
One of his brothers who runs the Chris Farley Foundation.
Okay. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's surprising how Jim Carrey he escaped that goofball stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody, when The Majestic came out and stuff like that, people were like, this movie's terrible. He's serious. Man. You know?
Majestic was so good, though.
It was?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
You never saw The Majestic?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I got caught up in the crowd, like, this is a serious role. This is stupid.
I loved him in The Truman Show, too.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah.
I think that was before The Majestic, but that was like his first one that was like, I can do heartfelt movies, too. But yeah, The Majestic is fantastic. Not what I expected at all from a Jim Carrey movie. Yeah. But really good. Eternal
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was really good. You see that one? Yeah.
When that first came out, I saw that one.
Yeah.
And he's done a lot of weird movies.
Yeah.
Now it's gotten to the point it's like, can you do any funny movies?
I know. I know. Now it's the reverse. It's like, you can't even do funny movies?
Yep.
Yep. I put down Kindergarten Cop. I love this movie.
Who hated this movie?
Oh, it got low ratings though. It got like 51%.
Kids.
Nah, they probably weren't.
Not the Tuma.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop, the first movie I ever remember with a ferret.
Really?
Made me want a ferret from the time I was a little kid.
Did you get one?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Before I went in the Marine Corps, I had a ferret. They're illegal in the state of California.
Really?
But I had one. My aunt gave me one, actually.
Where did she get it from?
She bought it in Nevada or something. I don't know where she got it from, but ferrets are fantastic pets that stink.
Yeah,
really
I remember. My friend had it. They stunk.
They stink so bad. You have to give them a bath all the time.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're so much fun.
What do you do? You just play with them? You take them out and play with them?
They actually play with you.
Really?
So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I would rank them up there in like the top 4 best pets: cat, dog, ferret, rat. So,
rat.
Rats are fantastic pets.
So, mice?
No.
No? Okay.
Mice are too high energy. Hamsters are too cranky. But rats are great pets. But ferrets are fun. You throw a towel in the bathtub with a ferret after you give it a bath, drain the water, throw a towel in there, and it'll just like run all over the towel and
it'll entertain itself
off.
Wow.
Yeah. My ferret's name was Spaz because when ferrets get excited, they arch their back up really high and then they hop sideways and hiss at you. So
wow.
It's like this thing is like spazzing out.
That's awesome.
Ferrets are fantastic. And With ferrets and rats, though, when they get out of their cage at night, crawl under your blankets and bite your toes, that is not a good way to wake up.
Oh, man.
Because if you move at all, then they would just clamp down on your toe. So I used to get used to it. It would be like when I knew it was down there, I would hold off until I was ready to go, and then I would just shoot my feet up in the air as high as I could get them to get away. But,
man.
Yeah. Kindergarten Cop, had it Barrett. I saw on Netflix, I haven't watched it. I can't bring myself to watch it yet. But there's a Kindergarten Cop 2 on Netflix. And guess who's starring instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's not Arnold. Sylvester Stallone?
No.
Oh. Who?
Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Oh, my gosh.
I have it on my queue. I just can't bring myself to say this is how I want to spend the next hour and a half of my life.
It'd be entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure it would be.
I'm sure there's going to be the same jokes, probably. Like some kid, some little boy stands up in front of class. Girls have vaginas, boys have penises. Like, stupid.
It just came out, too, like in the past 2 years. So
oh, my gosh.
It's a reboot.
Yeah.
That you didn't even know existed.
Oh, wow. I'm going to check it
Dolph
out.
Lundgren. I'm like, that's perfect.
All right.
I'm surprised it wasn't starring The Rock, though.
I know.
Because he reboots everything.
Yeah.
He saves everything.
He was supposed to be like the...
Not The Rock. Vin Diesel saved. No, The Rock saves everything.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, they bring him in on any film series that's falling apart, like G.I. Joe or something, to save it.
I like those movies, though.
He saved Fast and the Furious.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
The one that they brought him in on was when it started getting good again.
Oh, okay.
4? Fast and Furious 4, I think I had.
Fast and Furious 1. I never seen any of those movies.
I'm almost done. I'm through 5. I've got 6 sitting on my TV now.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I can't do it. Anyway, you want to end the show?
Yeah.
All right, where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at CP_EH.
All right. And I'm on Twitter at Charchains. I'm on Facebook. And don't forget, we're on Patreon. So head on over to patreon.com/HadokenNet. See you next week.